Hello, it's been a while. Been busy doing some other shit in my life, not this. And just in case you're wondering, I don't read your fucking comments anymore, so if you want to post something hateful, I'm probably not going to read it. So, anyway, this one is about freedom of thought, religion, and other things. The thing that basically is it's freedom of thought. This isn't like a Charlie Sheen rant. It's more or less my opinions on free thought. And today I was watching something by Joe Rogan where he was talking about religion and having the right answer, and no one has the right answer. We don't know, and that basically goes along with Richard Dawkins' hypothesis, the God hypothesis, where he says that there's one end of the spectrum and another end of the spectrum, which is total atheism and total belief. And he says that one end or the other is pretty much almost impossible to prove, and that most 95% of people lie in the middle of that. And Joe Rogan had a good point in that if that God existing is so complex, we can't wrap our heads around it, because as human beings, we can't even think a year ahead. We like to think that we make loose goals, but as far as elaborately plan the interactions of the whole planet for all time and eternity is just, it's mind-blowingly complex. And to think that like I don't know how many pages the Bible has, 1,000, 2,000, I don't know, I'm not going to bother figuring it out, but it's just, it boggles my mind that we think as human beings, other than realize that something like that either does or doesn't exist. It's almost impossible to fathom that we can fabricate the complexities of an organism like that. And it gets back into Richard Dawkins going into saying that he said that he, quote unquote, disproved God because an explanation to explain an all-knowing being is more complex, and he more or less used the famous argument of Occam's razor. The simplest explanation is often the right one, and that God is a very complex organism. I don't know if that disproves it, but where am I getting with all this? The point I'm trying to make is that I just think it's silly that we spend our whole lives in our existence just in wars over it and debates over it, shunning each other, hating each other over trying to debate an organism in which I believe we have neither the capacity nor the ability to understand. And a lot of the faithful are going to go, well, it's, oh, the Bible, the Bible, the Bible. And I said, okay. And I said, that may be just a fraction of what complexities an organism like this is. It's just mind-boggling, and a lot of people think they know that the absolute truth, and I don't know, it boggles my mind. It's that, why do we spend so much time arguing which religion is right, or who's right, or why can't we all just fucking get along and just realize is that all I can do is, from personal experiences, is say that I think there's a power and an entity out there greater than us, but I'd be a fool to sit here and try to explain that I can fathom everything he is, or she, I don't know. I mean, does energy have a sex? I don't know. Maybe I should say it, because it's energy or whatever this greater force than us is. I don't know what to call it, but I'd be an idiot to sit here and explain to you that it's foolish to think that the right explanation is somehow this entity manifested itself as a Jewish carpenter born of immaculate birth and somehow died for our sins. I mean, that's the thing I don't get. Like Christians debating Mormons that their story's wacky. Well, when you put it in context, it's all kind of wacky. I mean, what's the difference between what wacky belief we have or whatever strange belief we have? The point is that no matter which religion you study, they all say to be a good person and that kindness is and good virtue is rewarded and bad virtue is punished. And it's, I don't know, it'd be a waste of my life to try to determine which one of those many explanations for it is right or would be right, and to just be a good person and love everyone and accept everyone. And I know everyone's going, you made that Hensel Twins video. I said, yeah, that's when I was an angry, hurt person, and people, it's 9 months ago, but if you truly work on bettering yourself, 9 months is a long time. Even a month's a long time when you genuinely work on improving who you are as a person. And it can make it makes night and day difference. Sorry, I'm checking out the time. But it makes night and day difference when you genuinely work on improving yourself and work on being the best person that you can be. It even 2 weeks, but you genuinely got to put forth the effort and you genuinely got to try. You can't just half-ass it or kind of half-heartedly do it. You genuinely got to believe that you're becoming a better person. And I don't know, it just boggles my mind. I guess it's because I live in Tulsa, and then it's a place of like all this like religious extremism, Guts Church, just all these extreme religions, and like you think that it would be like a really nice place to live, but really it's the most judgmental place on earth. And I don't know, it just, I guess that's my problem with it, is that everyone goes to church or uses religion to become enlightened and become a better person. But it's strange that some of the most enlightened people I know are usually atheists or agnostics. And I guess that's not me saying it's the right thing to be, but it's saying that it just seems like religion is counterproductive to what its purpose is, which is ultimate enlightenment. And really what it creates is this factory of people who are very unenlightened, very judgmental people who really make the world a worse place and a more cynical place, when in fact they have an institution for doing the exact opposite. It's not saying that promoting atheism or agnosticism, it's just my take on it. I really don't feel like getting into my exact beliefs. I know I stated it a little bit earlier in the video, but I don't feel like getting too much into it, because I don't feel like having a 3-hour discussion on why I believe what I believe. I don't think I have to do that. It's my choice to believe in what I believe, and that's my take on it. And peace later. And the last thing I'm going to say is that these videos. I don't read comments on them. I don't review them because I just stupid hateful shit that was on the other ones. So once I cast the thought out of my mind, I don't watch it again. And that's it. Alright.